Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Daniel and I am so excited you're going to go on an adventure with us today here on the continent of Africa in the country of Egypt. Now, Egypt is a super cool country full of a lot of history. That means a lot of things have happened way back in the past. And there are a lot of cool things in Egypt too. So we're going to go on a journey down the Nile, but before we do that, I wanted to explore some of the really cool and nice, recognizable things around Egypt that a lot of people think of when they hear the word Egypt and think about the country. So what I want to do is we're going to start by marching our way. So we're going to pick up our feet and our knees and we're going to march all the way to the Great Pyramids. All right, so if you're ready, let's pick up our feet and get ready to march. And we will march, 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 march. And you can march around your room if you have some space. And we're going to keep marching and keep those knees nice and high. And we're going to plant our feet and we are done marching because we have made it to the Great Pyramids. Now, pyramids are these great big structures made out of stone that house the remains of dead pharaohs as well as treasure and all sorts of things. Now, a pyramid looks kind of like a triangle. And a triangle has how many sides? Yeah, a triangle has 3 sides. Now, I was thinking maybe we could turn our bodies into some pyramids or some triangles as well. And there are a lot of ways we could do that. We could use our arms to make a triangle. We could use our hands to make a triangle. We could use our legs to make a triangle. We could use our whole body. So when I want you to think in your brain box about how you want to transform your body into a triangle, into one of these pyramids. And once you got that in your head, I'm going to count to 3. And once I get to 3, I want to see you change your body into that. Okay? All right. 1, 2, 3. Well, that is a great triangle. We've got 1, 2, 3 sides. Well, you know, there are kind of 3 big pyramids that people think about when we think about Egypt and the pyramids. So let's do that 2 more times so that we turn ourselves into 3 different pyramids. And I want you to do a different triangle this time. So think about the first way you did your triangle. And now in your brain box, I want you to think about a different way to make a triangle with your body. All right, you got that in your head? Perfect. On the count of 3, turn your body into another kind of triangle. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Wow, those are some really interesting triangles. We've got 1, 2, 3 sides. Fantastic. All right, let's get up. Shake your body out a bit. And let's do it 1 more time. So think in your brain box about a different way that you can turn your body into a triangle. All right, I've got an idea. And once you're ready, I'm going to count to 3 and then turn your body into a triangle. All right, 1, 2, 3. Wow, there are a lot of ways we can turn our bodies into triangles and look just like these incredible pyramids that are in Egypt. Now, let's do a little bit more marching because we're going to go see the Great Sphinx, which is another thing that a lot of people think of when they think about Egypt. All right, I'll tell you more about the Sphinx once we get there. So let's get up on our feet and let's start marching. We're going to march, 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 march. March, 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 and plant your feet on the ground. Very good. And wow, look at that. It's the Sphinx. Now, a Sphinx is a creature or an animal that they used to believe in the past. It had the body of a lion and the face of a human. So I want you to show me with your body what a lion's body might look like. Maybe you have claws. How does a lion walk? A little bit different from a person, right? So show me with your body how a lion might move and crawl and prowl. Very good. All right, but it still has a human face. So let's make some human faces. Well, let's start by making a happy face. And how do we know we're making a happy face? Maybe we're smiling, maybe we're laughing. There are a lot of different types of happy faces. And now let's make a sad face. And how do we know we're making a sad face? Maybe we have a frown, maybe we're crying, maybe our bottom lip is trembling a bit. There are a lot of ways we can use our faces to express emotions. So I was wondering, let's get our body back into that lion like the Sphinx, and I want you to think of an emotion. It could be happy, it could be sad, it could be scared, it could be excited, whatever emotion you want. I want you to think about what that face will look like. So show me with your body what a lion looks like, and then on the count of 3, show me whatever emotion you want on your face, okay? 1, 2, 3. Wow, those are some great faces, and we got these wonderful lion bodies just like the Sphinx. Well, I think we should do that one more time, but let's think of a different emotion this time. You got a different emotion in your brain box? Fantastic. All right, let's get our body looking like a lion. All right, and on the count of 3, show me your new face. 1, 2, 3. That was a really wonderful face. All right, so let's see. We just saw the pyramids, and we just visited the Sphinx. Oh, you know something really cool about Egypt and the history of Egypt? Is way back in the day, they used to use these pictures called hieroglyphs in order to tell stories and to write things down. And they have a lot of different shapes. Some of them look like people, some of them look like animals, some of them look like symbols and lines and images. There are a lot of different types of hieroglyphs that mean a lot of different things. And you know, that makes me think a bit about ways that we can use our body to tell different stories. Well, just like we used our face to say that we are sad or happy, there are ways we can use our body to do that. So I was wondering if we could kind of come up with our own hieroglyphics using our body. So I want to give you a word, and I want you to think about what that word means and how you can use your body to say that word. So if I was to say running, we could use our body to look like we're running by doing this. If we are to be skiing, maybe we look like this. So I want to give you a word, and then I want you to turn your body into whatever you think best explains or shows that word, okay? All right, the first word we're going to do is going to be a nice, fun one. It's going to be excited. So think in your brain box about how you want to use your body to create a hieroglyph, and one that means excited. All right, you got that in there? Fantastic. Then on the count of 3, let's turn our bodies into that. 1, 2, 3. Wow, those are some really exciting looking bodies, some really excited hieroglyphs we got. Okay. Ooh, this time, let's do hungry. That is a great word to know. All right, so think in your brain box how you can use your body to show that you are hungry. All right, you got that? Fantastic. On the count of 3, I want you to change your body to look like that. 1, 2, 3. Wow, you definitely look so hungry. I'm really impressed. All right, let's do one more word. This time I want to do something a little bit trickier. This one's going to use a lot of our imagination, so I'm glad we have our imagination buttons turned on. I want you to turn into the word Egypt. So that could be like a sphinx, like we've talked about. It could maybe be a pyramid. You could even try to turn your body into something that looks like the whole country of Egypt. Maybe it's a little river for the Nile. However Egypt appears in your brain, I want you to do that with your body, okay? All right, we got that ready? Perfect. On the count of 3, let's turn our bodies into that. 1, 2, 3. Wow, I see a lot of Egypt out there. I turned my body into a mummy because that's something that a lot of people think about when they think of the word Egypt. All right, so we've visited the pyramids and turned our bodies into triangles. We have visited the Sphinx and we have used our body to turn into lions and make some faces. And we just talked a bit about hieroglyphs or symbols or pictures that we use to tell stories or make words. Well, I think that is a great introduction to Egypt, so I think it's time we get started with our journey. So let's walk and march on over to Miss Irene, who's going to start us down our journey down the Nile. So let's get up on our feet and get ready to march. And we're going to march, 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 march. Alrighty, have a lot of fun with the next activity, guys.